Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Today is Divine Feminine Friday, and I'm going to give messages today, whatever comes through. So, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Diana. This is Reiki Love Healing, and I focus on healing trauma and balancing the chakras. So, I talk a lot about how trauma affects us and how they stay stuck in our energy centers, and what are some things we can do to heal them. Today, we're going to get messages from the Divine Feminine. So, if there's anything that you're concerned about, focus on that for a few minutes and let's see if they answer your questions. First, I'm going to start off with a few minutes of Reiki energy so that we can clear the air and just get rid of any negativity, anything that is weighing heavy on us from the day, the week, the month. Today is August 1st, so happy August. I'm excited because August is my birthday month, so I have started celebrating. So happy birthday to any Leos that are out there, whether you're July or August Leo. There we go. Just gonna clear off some of this energy. And if you're relaxing, hold on one second. Okay. If you are at home, maybe you want to sit down and relax and just exhale, inhale to kind of release any heavy energy that you might have. I love the smell of sage. Hello. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? Welcome. I am doing a divine feminine messages today. It's Friday, so I'd like to do that for Friday. Hello. Welcome. So I'm going to start off by just clearing off some of this energy in my space. And I like positive energy, so we just want to make sure that that's here. I love the smell of sage, but I also love the smell of frankincense and myrrh. It kind of reminds me of Mass. Okay. So if you're sitting and just let go of some of the tension from the week. and just relax. Hopefully, you don't have to work tomorrow, so you can just sleep in a little. Welcome. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is Reiki.Love.Healing, and I like to focus on healing trauma and balancing your chakras, balancing your energy centers, which record everything that happens in your life from the time you were born to the present. And sometimes the things that it records are negative, sometimes they're positive, and sometimes the negative things that is recorded in our body can trigger us if it goes on unhealed. So I like to provide tools that can help you to navigate through that and just try to remove any of those blockages, because if you don't remove the blockages, then eventually it starts to affect your physical health. And this is why sometimes you might have pain in your lower back, or maybe you get arthritis, or you suffer from depression or anxiety. Sometimes you could have skin issues. Maybe you're struggling with hair loss, weight gain. All of these things are signs that you have a block in your chakras. And so we talk about that. And if you're interested in that, then don't forget to subscribe to my page and hit the notification button so that you're notified whenever I come live. I also have a Substack where I write. Thank you for subscribing. I also have a Substack, so I write as well, a lot of articles and that you can read. So feel free to follow me on there. But I am trying to be here on YouTube more. So that'll be good. I can share with you what I've learned from my spiritual advisors. Okay, let's get started with our divine feminine messages. I am using my favorite oracle cards. I love these. So this is what I'm going to use. So let's see what messages come out. So if you have any specific concerns or questions you might be thinking about, just focus on that for a few minutes and then let's see if we get an answer. Okay. Who came out for Rabia, the queen of saintly women? Rabia. She's the one. And as I was shuffling, she popped out. So, what is her message? I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move, which sounds very unconditional. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that because we're always taught to love with conditions, right? Whether we want to admit it or not. Um, okay, let's see what Rabia, what her message is to us about divine love. And what specifically does she want us to focus on? So, Rabia represents a rare, pure love that doesn't seek anything other than simply to love. That's it. Um, she was one of the most influential Sufi women in Islamic history. She is a Muslim saint and a Sufi mystic who lived in the 8th century in Basra, present day Iraq. On the night she was born, her father had a vision of Muhammad, and he told him, "Your newly born daughter is a favorite of the Lord and shall lead many Muslims to the right path." So, that is what she is, what her message is about divine love. What she wants you to meditate on is, are my current actions motivated by love? So, whatever it is that you're doing, are they motivated by love, divine love? Um, in her lifetime, Rabia embodied a freedom that divine love offers us. If we see her life as a metaphor of the soul's progression, she went from slavery to sainthood by devoting herself to Allah. Her only concern was the love that she could give to God. Her every action was motivated by her devotion to God, and through it, she received the greatest spiritual gift, self realization. So, I'm also picking up that this could be connected to the solar plexus, which helps to build our personal power, how we see ourselves, how we honor ourselves, the confidence that we have, self esteem, self identification, self understanding, awareness. Those things are very important. Um, because if not, then you'll always be expecting someone else to validate you, and you'll be pouring into someone else rather than yourself. So self-realization is just you being aware of who you are and being in the present moment and just being. And this, whatever this issue is, it could also be related to the root chakra, which has a lot to do with family and family, tribal culture, which sometimes can be toxic. Um, and sometimes, if you grew up always being criticized, you are always self conscious and you'll always look for validation from other people. Um, so that could be the root of it as well, that it comes from something that happened when you were a kid. I'm also getting mediumship here with someone. So just be aware of that. So, although it can be very difficult, loving without expectation is a profound spiritual practice. More often, our love for someone is loaded with ideas of who that person needs to be for us. So, again, when you go back to childhood, you probably were taught to love with conditions. How many times did you hear your parents say, if you don't behave, if you don't behave, you're going to be punished? Things like that. Um, you might have been different from your siblings. Maybe your siblings were more obedient, and not that you weren't obedient, but you were just more curious about things, always questioning, and maybe your parent didn't like that, right? So they always saw you as being disrespectful because you questioned a lot, right? Um, so it could be something like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense to you. Um, More often, our love for someone is loaded with ideas of who that person needs to be for us, but divine love is unconditional. It's a love that seeks only to love, no hidden agendas, no strings attached. Rabia relates in one of her poems, prayer should bring us to an altar where no walls or names exist. Each time we're able to love someone or ourselves without conditions to that love, we arrive at this altar within. We free them and ourselves. We remember what Rabia knew so well, that to love just for the sake of loving lets the divine act through us. So just love for the purpose of loving. But let's look a little deeper into this situation. Let's look a little bit deeper. Okay, so I see a knight coming in. There is a knight who is coming in, coming back. This person could be coming back to you. This person could be coming back to try to build something for the third time. They could be trying to build something with you for the third time. Um, Maybe they want to plan something with you. Um, could be, that they are seeking a romance. But whoever this person is, I feel like you had to free yourself from them because you did not feel very confident around that person. And this situation made you feel like your hands were tied behind your back. And you could have left at any time that you wanted to, but you hung out a little bit longer to see where things would go. So, but I feel like you freed yourself from this situation. Someone here freed themselves, like they got away from this situation, like they just decided that they weren't going to allow this situation to have any kind of hold on them. So they distanced themselves. I see someone who felt like they were left out in the cold, or maybe you left them out in the cold. This could also be that um, you just are emotionally bankrupt and you have no more emotion to give anymore to this person. Um, and I get I get the sun. So to me, that means like success. It means great achievement. It means yes. Could signify a serious relationship, a marriage, success, achieving success in your career. Yeah. And I feel like this person too may have walked away from you. Maybe this person walked away from you because they were in a serious relationship, or they decided to get in a serious relationship with someone else. Um, and this person comes off like very ambitious, somebody who can be a little controlling, who likes stability. So that's why they tend to control their life, or try to control everything that's going on in their life. Yeah, and it just feels like they want to try to balance things out now. I feel like this person wants to try to come back and balance things out with you, but I feel like you're someone who you could be alone right now. You could be single, alone. I feel like you're someone who has experienced a lot of heartbreak in your life, and you're much wiser now because you're not going to think with your heart. If this person were to come back, you're not going to just jump right back with them. You're thinking more with your head now, and the experience and wisdom that you've gained over the years. And you're just in a place right now where you're working on your career, your spirituality, you're evolving. And I don't see that you're really interested in a relationship. But because you are evolving, you do have the ability to love without conditions. Um, because you can do that without being in a relationship with someone, right? So you can be in that place where you can love someone without conditions, and still have control of your life. I see a new beginning here. There's is a new beginning that's coming up. So it could be that this person wants a new beginning, but we're in a 9-year cycle, right? This 2025 is a 9-year in numerology, meaning that things are coming to a close, the end of a cycle, right? And I feel like you're at the end of the cycle, or you've closed this cycle with this person, because this could be someone that you've been with on and off for 10 years, and you've given them a lot of chances, and they nothing has happened. Every time you gave them a chance, nothing happened. And so this person kind of pushed you to the point where you're like, I'm not interested, because um, you've already given them way more time than they deserved. And it never worked out, it never panned out, and you realize that the situation stressed you out. You were giving more of yourself than they were giving of themselves. So you're in a different place now than you were before. Yeah. And I feel like this person, I feel like they've always had um like a flame for you. um I feel like they are wanting to reconcile with you. They're hoping that you will forgive them, and they want to find a solution to this situation. They want a solution. I don't know. It didn't work out the last time. So, not sure that you are going to go for it. But I see them coming back, and I feel like this person is wants a new beginning. I get new beginning again. And I feel like this person, maybe they've learned a little bit and they come back, they might be a little bit more lighter. And um, I don't know, I think this is going to shock you when this person comes back. I think it is going to shock you when they come back. So, but, um, you know, in the end, the message that Rabia, you know, is trying to give to you is to love unconditionally, to love unconditionally, and also um, what she wants you to meditate on is, you know, are my current actions motivated by love? You know, if this person does come back, are you going to be motivated? You know, are you in that place of, I can offer this person love, you know, for the sake of loving, no matter what happens with the situation, no matter where it goes, right? Can you do that? That's the question. That is what she wants you to think about. Can you do that? So I'll show you her again. This is Rabia, and she is the queen of saintly women. So that is your divine feminine message. I hope that message resonated with you. Let me know in the comments if it did. Um, and if it doesn't make sense to you, maybe just wait it out a little bit longer. Sometimes you need to do that. All right, guys. So thanks so much for being here, and let me know in the comments. And thank you for subscribing and sharing. If you're interested in a session with me, you can go to the description box, and there's some information in there. And reach out if you have any questions. If you are interested in any Reiki healing sessions, reach out to me, and I can schedule something with you. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you guys at the next live.